As the introduction of Apple's new iPhone 16 family of smartphones approaches, fresh photographs of the iPhone 4 have surfaced, revealing the significant design improvements to the following iOS-powered phones. A longtime Apple leaker, Sonny Dixon, is behind the newest scoop, giving exclusive photos of the 4 new iPhones and revealing the latest design, components, and concepts. Apple is anticipated to release the iPhones in early September, but we can already see several new hardware features. Dixon's models are late-stage dummy samples often used for product photos and let third-party accessory makers test the fit and performance of their goods on final designs provided by Apple without the internal electronics and software. First up, we have the new iPhone 16 Pro variants. 3 hues are on display, and they are best defined as the standards for last year's white titanium, black titanium, and natural titanium. In 2023, a blue titanium color was introduced. This is not represented in Dixon's photos, but new hues are expected to help improve sales as consumers search for a trendy option. The iPhone 16 colors include white, black, pink, blue, and green. These are rich hues with a delicate tone. Apple changed the camera lens layout for the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max, swapping the ultra-wide and telephoto lenses to allow for stereoscopic video recording when the phone is held in landscape mode videos that could be viewed on the Apple Vision Pro's spatial video playback system to provide a 3D immersive experience. This structure is carried over to the iPhone 16 Pro and 16 Pro Max, extending the link between iOS and Vision OS. It's time for the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus to witness the repositioned lenses. You can observe the vertical stacking of the 2 lenses, which allows the Vision Pro headset to capture the duplicate spatial footage. The iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro phones also include a redesigned capture button on the spine. This builds on the programmable action button introduced on last year's iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max. It is likely to have a 2-stage shutter button that permits a focus lock to be held before shooting a photo. We need to see this with the final software before the specific process is discovered. In addition, the iPhone 16 will have the action button, which was missing from last year's iPhone 15 and 15 Plus versions. These shots don't see the need for software that will be included with iOS 18. Developer previews are now available, allowing you to understand Apple's ambitions for iOS 18, including the initial stages of generative AI, and how it will be deployed on the iPhone. Apple normally announces the new iPhone on the second Tuesday of September, but this year, the preliminary launch date is Tuesday, September 10. Furthermore, the iPhone 16 Pro Max has received a significant upgrade. No, truly, it's expanding in certain regions. So here are 5 of the most significant upgrades to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Starting with dimensions, we estimate the iPhone 16 Pro Max to be larger, measuring 6.7 to 6.9 inches. And this isn't just about reducing bezels or screen size. The phone will be somewhat higher and larger than the iPhone 15 Pro Max from last year. While the thickness will remain constant, the weight will rise slightly as the dimensions increase. If correct, this would be the first iPhone size increase since the iPhone 12 series, but it would also be another setback for those who prefer a smaller smartphone. Now, if you're going with the iPhone 15 or 16 Pro Max, you certainly like or prefer larger smartphones, but 6.9 inches may be your absolute limit. It will be fascinating to see whether customers will use the iPhone 16 Pro instead. Next, we have a larger display. We said the phone size will increase from 6.7 to 6.9 inches. Still, Apple isn't simply relying on increased physical dimensions to enhance the viewing experience for its 16 Pro versions. According to rumors, Apple is adopting border reduction structure technology, enabling a more compact and efficient circuitry architecture underneath the display, resulting in even lower 1.15mm bezels. In my opinion, slimmer bezels make the phone look attractive and sleek. Still, I also believe that having a little bit of bezel between the screen and the actual frame of the phone helps with having a place to put your finger so you don't accidentally press the screen and open an app you don't want to open. As we shrink these bezels to almost nothing, more unintentional pushes will occur. However, in the comments section below, I would appreciate hearing from you regarding the bezels and the larger size. What are your thoughts thus far? The iPhone 15 Pro supports USB-C and the iPhone 16 Pro is expected to improve fast charging capabilities, perhaps providing 40-watt charging instead of the current 20-watt. The 16 Pro will also include improved connectivity, such as Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 5.4. Waiting may be the best choice if you value rapid charging and the most up-to-date connection. The iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max are believed to have bigger screens. The Pro may have a 6.2-inch screen, while the Pro Max might have a 6.8-inch screen. This might be one of Apple's primary selling points, since it has the biggest displays ever seen on an iPhone. If you want a bigger display, waiting could be your best option. However, if you like the current 6.1-inch size of the iPhone 15 Pro, it is still pretty comfortable, even if displays are getting bigger each year. Base versions, including the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus, may have identical screen sizes and a 60 Hz refresh rate, but a boost to 120 Hz would be a nice improvement. This year, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will also gain an additional 48 megapixels camera. This time, the ultra-wide will get a boost. However, the 48 megapixels primary sensor will be 12% larger and have a stacked architecture for improved performance, a 14-bit analog-digital converter for higher quality picture data transfer, and digital gain management for enhanced dynamic range and noise control. Now, the iPhone's battery life is one aspect that I am extremely pleased to see improved. Apple will employ battery cells with higher energy density, resulting in a longer battery life, even if the battery is technically the same size as the previous model. Earlier speculation stated that both iPhone 16 Pro versions would feature stacked battery technology, which might lead to increased capacity and a longer lifetime. Another report is that this year's iPhone 16 Pro Max will have an even longer battery life than the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which currently has a 29-hour battery. As an iPhone 15 Pro Max user from day one, I can assure you I'm not getting anywhere near 29 hours. It's still better than any other iPhone I could have right now just because it's the largest, but it's not as good as some other phones with bigger batteries in the same size type. Last but not least, we predict the iPhone 16 Pro will have larger storage capabilities, possibly reaching up to 2 terabytes. This would make the iPhone's storage choices align with the current iPad Pro. I used to laugh about who would need so much data, but I'm quickly filling up my 512 gigs, and if I try to shoot in ProRes log, as I occasionally do, it won't allow me. You would think my storage space would be enough for a clip or two, but no. You'll need to save some space or switch to a different mode. It's just not happening. So I guess I'll have to acquire at least 1 terabyte. If you, like me, use ProRes log or shoot a lot of high-quality film on your iPhone, 2 terabytes may be a better option. However, you may still need an extra SSD, particularly if you plan on using a log. Of course, I would love to hear from you in the comments section below. What size is enough for you? I'd also like to hear more in those comments regarding all of the iPhone 16 Pro or Pro Max enhancements that are supposed to occur later this year. So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.